Clickon, os doy dos pinceladas y por qué los hemos traído. Producto muy distinto, muy relacionado con ese fenómeno que también estaréis hartos de oír del famoso second screen, en el que dicen que todos los que estamos viendo la tele estamos haciendo algo más que ver la tele y que no siempre le prestamos toda la atención a la tele que deberíamos y que muchas veces estamos en Facebook o estamos navegando o estamos haciendo otra cosa. Estos señores os van a hablar de eso, de algo que a mí la primera vez cuando me lo contaron dije, no puede ser. ¿Cómo sois capaces de hacer esto? Y Ramón, la pregunta que me has hecho te la va a contestar luego, diciéndote que sí, que los van a lanzar y que vamos a ser posible, va a ser capaz. Lo dejo ahí, ¿vale? Tipo teaser, para que lo sepáis. Pierre entonces os va a contar, viene de Francia, de París, es el cofundador de la compañía. Y al igual que el resto le dije que no quería que hablara de su libro, sino que hablara de tendencias, de la sincronización, de qué tienen ahora y hacia dónde va todo esto. Y es lo que va a hacer, en inglés, porque en francés yo creo que sería más complicado todavía. Y aunque entiende español, bueno, lo va a hacer en inglés, ¿ok?
Merci. Eso es bueno, sí. Puedo hablar un poquito español, pero voy a hacer en inglés, porque si yo hablo español se va a hacer un poquito difícil de entender. Pero puedo hablar un poquito. So yeah, I will do it in English. I'm Pierre Fiegeat, so the co-founder and CEO of Clickon. I've been asked by José Luis to speak about the RTB trends that we see at the moment. For sure, I'm going to introduce what we do at Clickon for you to understand why I'm here and why I'm going to speak about RTB. And I will try to make the link between our products, what we do, and the RTB trends, why those are good trends for us, and for you to understand the way RTB is moving. So just here are some references for you to understand that we are a very, very good society. Those are French references, and it was a very good introduction for me to speak about big data, because in fact we are not making big data at Clickon, but I like the idea that we can get a lot of information on the real world, the geolocation, the way you are playing football, because we think at Clickon that we are not only on a digital world, we are on a global world where offline events have an impact on the online digital strategies. So what we do at Clickon is that we match offline triggers and online advertising. So we have developed a platform that is able to aggregate a lot of marketing moments on the real life. So, for example, when a TV ad is being broadcasted on TV, it is a moment on which this is a marketing moment when you are a specific weather, when the weather is beginning, is cloudy or is sunny. It is a marketing moment to quote. So we have developed a platform that allows you, advertiser, to link a specific marketing moment on the real life to the activation of specific campaign on the web. So as José Luis said, we are specialized in TV advertising. So we have developed a technology that is able to recognize all the TV ads that are broadcasted on TV. So it's kind of Shazam, but it's based on video analysis, and it's not on your smartphone, it's on our side, computer side. So we process an analysis of all the TV streams that you want us to analyze, and we are able to recognize TV ads and launch the complementary campaign on the digital side. So just for you to understand what I'm talking about, 3 quick examples. So you have basically on TV you have 3 kind of offer. The first one is called screen. So we have a specific TV ad that is broadcasted on TV. So we can focus on the biggest audiences on TV. So for example, the 2 or 3 main channels of your country, 3, 4 main channels, or we can analyze all the channels of your country. but this offer makes sense when we focus on the biggest audiences on TV. Why? Because when you are looking at a big channel on your country, between the information and the TV movies or the TV shows, this is at this moment that you are going back to your computer to do something, and this is at this moment that we want to target you. There are different strategies that can be done. For example, a brand on TV want to be sure that his TV ad will be seen by everybody. He want to more pressure when he is on TV, and he want to get this pressure thanks to the digital world. So we are going to recognize this TV ad and broadcast at the same time, launch at the same time its digital strategy. We can do the other things. So for example, you have your competitor that is on TV. We are going to recognize that you have a competitor on TV, and you want to be against this competitor. So you want to have a lot of pressure on the website when he is on TV. So we are going to launch your web campaign in real time exactly when your competitor is on TV. Or, for example, we can make contextual synchronization. So in fact, with our technology, we are able to know all the TV ads that are broadcasted on TV. We know the name of the product, the name of the brand, and we know the context of the TV ad. For example, if it's for Christmas, if it's an insurance or a cosmetic product, all the data that are linked to the TV ads. So for example, we can say for a second screen retargeting, when there is a car on TV, we are going to launch an insurance campaign on the second screen on the web, because insurance is linked to TV. So to give you other ideas, we can, for example, process radio synchronization or weather synchronization. That's just 2 examples, but we can process more. We can focus on news feed. We can focus on sports events. For example, when Messi is making a goal, we can synchronize on the web and launch a campaign that where it can be right. Messi has made a goal, or for example, if Messi is sponsored by any kind of brands, we can launch this brand on the web. And as I said, we can activate campaign depending of specific marketing moments on the real life, but we can deactivate campaigns too. Sadly, and it was. I come from Paris, so sadly there was a crash a few days ago. For example, it is a real life moment on which specific brand would have loved to deactivate specific campaign because that was not a good moment to advertise on the web. So for example, what we can do in weather, in France, we are going to focus on different cities. We have different strategies on each cities. And when it's cloudy on certain countries, we are going to launch, for example, a car commercial. And when it's sunny, we are going to launch the scooter commercial or the motorbike commercial, because it's more related to the way people are. I mean, when the sun is like in Barcelona, I want to have no roof on my car. In Paris, all the time I have a roof. It's an obligation. So why do we use RTB to process that kind of operation? Because advertising is about finding the good timing for the right person. That's what we do. So we are going to find the good timing on real life, based on TV, on weather, on any kind of moments. And what we can do with RTB is exactly to display the good ad at the good moment to the good person. We are making the targeting on the real life, on the offline life, and RTB allows us to find the good person on which we have to launch the ad. We can do this using DMP, for example, because at the moment, I didn't say that before, but our platform is in fact linked with DSPs and ad server. What we do is that you guys are going to create campaigns like regular campaigns. We are going, thanks to the DSPs, to activate and deactivate your campaigns depending of the events that you want to target. And on those DSPs, usually you have DMPs that are more and more efficient. that allows you to continue on the targeting. We target the offline events, and you target the good person using RTB. So I want to present you the RTB trends that we see, why they are good for us, and I hope if I can help you guys to understand and to give you my vision of what is going to be RTB, I would have made my job. On our job, we need wide digital audiences. Why? Because I will take the example of TV ads. If I want to synchronize just a commercial break on the web, it will take like 10 or 15 minutes on which I have to find audiences on the web, because if I synchronize in real time something on the web, but I'm just only to touch 10 people, it's not efficient, and it makes no sense. So it's a good thing for us to see that at the moment inventories are growing. Why? Because the editors are more and more attracted by RTB. I can remember that when we launched our offers, RTB was considered as more a performance way of buying advertising, and it was like a low-cost way of working. Like all the inventory that we cannot sell, we are going to sell them using RTB. But at the moment, it's not the case anymore. Why? Because we get more and more marketplaces, and they are getting more and more premium. So at the moment, it's really it's a real thing. We can make branding with RTB, as we can see. So I took a few examples, but we have Laplace Media or Audience Square, which are in France the biggest marketplaces, and which are premium marketplaces. We have Google first, for sure, as you said, which is a little society that is going to grow up very fast. And at the moment, we have, for example, one of our partners, Fiegeat, which is a marketplace for video advertising. So as we can see, there is more and more marketplaces. And the other thing, why there is more and more marketplacing ad exchanges, it's because there are new formats. So it's a video, it's mobile, that are very liked by the brands. And thanks to that, for example, Sticky Ads or Google are developed more and more tools for you guys to process video and mobile RTB. So I want to focus on those two mobile that are, for me, the two formats that will be the future of RTB. And why? So why it's important for me? We'll speak again about TV synchronization. When we want to synchronize something on TV on the web, we first rely on TV. That's our first material to work on. And what is TV? TV is a video advertising format. And before we had any capacities of making digital advertising, TV was the most used way of making advertising for branding. Why? Because it's the main mass media that you can have. Before, when you made advertising on a household, you just have one screen. It was the TV, so you used the TV to make branding. So that was our job. Now we have many screens in front of us, so our job is to make all the screen one. We go from the TV, and then we have finally one screen with many screens. And TV was good because it was the best media to tell a story. So from a buying mode point of view, if I go back to the RTB, if I analyze how you buy advertising on TV, you buy with a diffusion or broadcast context, and you buy with a target, an audience. So you want to be broadcasted between or after a specific show at a specific moment. And in an online world, because we're speaking about RTB here, the real-time buying match all those conditions because it allows us to use video, so a very good advertising format, with good targeting of the good audience. So that's why, because we want to follow the TV with our offers and follow the TV on the web, we think that video RTB is a very, very good format to do that kind of thing, and RTB allows us to do it right. So we can see at the moment that video is expanding more and more, and there is more and more video RTB. We can see that there is more and more ad exchange specialized in video. So as I said, the most famous are Sticky Ads and Google. And it's, I'd like to see that Sticky Ads, who was one of our first partners in France, understood really fast that they was making pre-roll advertising, so video advertising, and they was making video advertising considering that it's just the next step after TV. So there is a real link between the real world and the advertising, the digital world, and there is a real link between TV and video advertising, and you can do it with RTB. So, as I said, the brands, I hope, but I think you are understanding now that you can really make branding with RTB and not only performances campaigns, because as you said, José Luis, it's sure that our offer is a branding offer. For sure, there is more and more video RTB because globally, the video advertising market is growing up. And we can see that at the moment, some trading desks are making 70%, almost 70% of their programmatic purchases on video. So that's one very good trend. And there is another trend, which is mobile RTB. And that's what you said before. We had offers that are based on the good timing. There is a specific TIA we target on the digital. There is a specific weather we target on the digital. But I think that we can go further, and it can be done with mobile phone and mobile advertising. It can work, in fact. I had the question of José Luis, and he told me that he had the question many times. When we process a regular TV web synchronization, what we do is that we are going to focus on the main TV audiences, and when there is a specific commercial break or a specific commercial, this is the good timing for us, so we are going to launch digital campaigns based on the best profiling that we can do, but we are not sure that the person that we are going to touch on the web was in front of the TV channel that we are synchronizing. But because at the moment it's not possible technically. But it's possible using the smartphone. So for you to understand, guys, I will speak about in-app advertising. When you are making in-app advertising, you have access to the feature of your smartphone. So your smartphone has a mic, has a cam, you can be geolocated. So there are a lot of opportunities that we can have using a smartphone. So we can see time after time that things are moving on, because at the moment when you are making, when you are using smartphone for your web campaigns, basically, and sadly, it's used like a desktop campaign. So you will have the same ad and the same strategy on your desktop, on your smartphone, on your mobile, on your tablet, and it should not be the case, because in fact, thanks to a smartphone, you have a lot of possibilities that are unemployed at the moment that we have to employ, and we have to and we will, as on our side, on Clickon side, we are launching an offer on which we can, thanks to the mic of your smartphone, listen to the sound around someone, to identify if the person is in front or not of the TV, and for example, it will be in front of Antena 3, ahí, porque trabajamos in Spain too. And thanks to this identification on the smartphone side, we will be able to synchronize TV and advertising, retargeting the good person that was in front of the good TV program. So we go one step further. That's what we do at the moment. So we are going to do this, but everybody, I think, should do this. So should use the wide possibilities that are offered by the smartphone, because, and it's a reality, the mobile DSP and SSP are now becoming compliant. So few times ago you couldn't do a lot of things using mobile advertising because there was technical break. You couldn't use a lot of features. Now you can. And one thing is important is that the editor, the publisher of mobile application, at the moment have a lot of trouble to monetize good their apps, their inventories. If you look at the CPM costs, they are really low CPM costs, and they should have higher CPM. They should be they should monetize better their inventories. And why they can't do that? It's just because at the moment a lot of web strategy are not taken in consideration that there is mobile, tablet, and desktop, and those are three different supports. They consider that it's the same support, and they apply the same strategy for all those supports. So I think that it has to change. And the last point is that for sure, smartphone. We have more and more smartphone, and they are creating and bringing to DMP and you guys more and more details. There are more and more societies that allows us to use a lot of functionality. I have heard that Twitter, for example, launched an SDK, so a technical module that allows to check all the applications that are installed on your smartphone and to understand the profile of a user. It will understand your taste, depending of which app you have, which app you don't have. It's almost allows Twitter to know your name, how old are you, and all that kind of stuff. So in conclusion, I'm happy because our offers are fitting the trend, because we are moving with mobile phone, we are moving with video strategies. The point I think that is very important to understand in RTB is that the way you buy advertising using RTB is in real-time buying. And I think it makes a lot of sense to use RTB when your strategies is a real-time strategy, your whole strategy, not only the way you buy, but your strategy. So that's what we do in Clickon. We take several triggers. We take TV, we take moment marketing that interests you. We don't know when they will happen, so we have to be very reactive. We do it in real time, so it makes a lot of sense to apply real-time strategy with RTB. And the last point is that with RTB, you have a lot of possibilities. You can target. You have a lot of data that you can use, but I think that it's important when you make a digital plan to keep a cohesion. So because you can quickly with RTB do a lot of things, but it's not a plan that is with cohesion. So what I like on TV synchronization is that we come from a global media. So it's the same with the weather. It's a global global thing, and we use a global thing to then create different strategies. But it keeps a cohesion because all come from a global thing that everybody is concerned of. So let's amplify the real world using the digital world. Thank you for your attention. If you want, those are some information regarding our society. And I think that I could give you guys cards if needed, but here are my contacts if needed. Thank you, and if you have any questions.